What's going on, everyone? Brian McMyer here, and it is about that time. What time it is? It's BuilderAll Live time, where we come to you every single weekday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Today's no different. We got another great show for you. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super. I see you all, by the way. I see you guys out there in the chat. About to go down. It's about to go down, guys. Today, let's talk about customer support. Customer support at BuilderAll is super important. And we love for everyone to go to the support group when you need advice, you're stuck, and who comes to your help? We have a variety of teammates that go there to help you and give you the answers that you need. So I said, why not today on the show have the person who is the head of customer support at BuilderAll. So it's super fun to have him on the show. It was super hard to get him because he's always out there giving you guys a tremendous advice, but we made it happen, all right? So it's my pleasure to bring to the program the one and only Alejandro. What's up? What's going on, man? How are you, Alejandro?
Hi, everybody. How are you? Everything cool here, man.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You're a busy guy out there on BuilderAll, man.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so first of all, I love what's behind you. The BuilderAll, you can deposit excuses. Love that. I love the whole, I'm seeing there behind you. So how long have you been with BuilderAll? Let's start there.
It's close to 2 years now, more or less.
All right, so you've been with the company for 2 years, and how did you get started with the company? Did you go straight to the customer support, or was it something that you grew into? Because I see you do a great job at helping all our customers. What was that experience like, and how's your journey been so far?
Yeah, it's been a long journey since I started here. I started in 2017 in August, and I started as a regular customer support guy. We started dealing with I think we have at that time 2,000 clients, more or less. So it was a small thing at that moment, and
we have certainly grown from that, and we have now a tremendous amount of customers. Yeah. Let me ask you something, because I'm thinking, what will be the great questions that maybe a customer would ask, and some of the things that you see? Let's start with the basic questions. On a single regular day, when you get to the office, what's the first thing you do, when it comes, you turn the computer on? Do you have a variety of customer support questions that you got to jump into?
Normally, we have a big team. We have external support guys. We have the guys here in the office and a bunch of stuff. But the first thing that I do in the morning is checking all the chats that I have on my personal chats, on Skype, on Slack, on WhatsApp, and everything, so I can be in tune on what's happening currently with the company. So let's see if there's any special situation that must be attended, or something that I need to pass to the team so everybody knows about it, so we can give a proper answer to all the customers. And then, I have to go one by one. It's a funny thing here because, you must think that we have frequent asking questions or daily basis, but since we keep updating, we keep adding new features, we're improving our service in all aspects. There's nothing like a regular day here in customer support. Every day it's something new. It's something that we have to learn. There's a client that comes with an amazing idea, for example, and we want to implement it. So we have to learn about it. We have to see how we can implement it, or see if we can do it right now. Because sometimes it's just a matter of learning the platform. There's all kind of crazy stuff that you can do BuilderAll. Sometimes I make jokes that one of these days BuilderAll will make you a breakfast, and we have to be ready for that as well. So since everything is a constant change, a constant improvement, it's kind of hard sometimes to say that we have a frequent asked question, and I found personally that that's amazing, because every day is a new challenge. There's not something like a routine that's okay. I start here at 7 and I leave at 6 with doing basically the same thing now.
I was just about to ask you that question. Now, is every day do you get a question there when they leave there on the page? Do you get questions that you still like, oh my God, I thought I already answered everything. But this is actually new. I have never heard about this because you guys pretty much 99.99% of the time you have the answer and your team goes out there and you give the correct answer and, you know, and you guys deliver. But is there a question that sometimes you're like, man, I have no idea what this guy's talking about, or where is that? Let me give him a call.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It's a very few cases, but you know, there's always like a client with a new idea, maybe, or there's something happening that he saw it like I don't know, on this or show on the internet, and he wants to implement that on BuilderAll. So sometimes what we do is like try to analyze what's happening, try to Google it, obviously, because if we don't know, okay, let's see what's, for example. So again, it's just an example. What's a web? Because I don't know how it works. So we try to get some information, and then if we still like without ideas, we normally keep in touch with the developers as well. We have a team of developers that work like directly with us. So every kind of thing that you can imagine that we don't get, it's just a few as well. But sometimes it happens. They always like, oh yeah, I know about that. Maybe you can try to do this, or you can try to do that, or yeah, we need to develop it because actually we don't have it. It happened, man. I mean, I can tell you that for a regular support guy to be like completely sure or feeling comfortable to answer most of the question, it takes you like 6 up to 7 months. Wow. So only after that you are able, like, you know, you can throw everything at me and I will know, probably I will have an answer, or I will know how to proceed. But it's a long journey since you start, and it's horrible because when you do the training, okay, you understand how the platform works, what you can do, more or less, everything good. But then when you start receiving the questions, everything changed. Like, Jesus, I don't know what's BuilderAll anymore, because it's so many, you know, so many people, so many languages, so many information that the technology world all the time. Like, it's a constant change, you know. So keep update about everything. It's really hard. It takes time. It's not hard. It takes time.
Let me ask you this. The reason why we always love to bring, you know, the employees into the program, so the people out there, they put a face to a name, and because they deal with you guys on a regular basis every single day. Now, a little personal question so they get to know you on a cool level. So where are you from? Let's start there. Where were you born? Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela.
Venezuela. Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, when did you come to America?
Like 3 years ago, more or less.
Awesome, dude. Your English is pretty good, man. Like, you really like plus. Have you done? How long have you been doing technology?
Jesus, like maybe 7 up to 6 years, more or less, yeah.
And where did you work before BuilderAll? For those that like, oh man, I want to see what Alejandro's, you know, what has he been up to? Like, you know, prior to you coming to BuilderAll with the knowledge that you gained, where did you work prior to this?
Well, my previous job was basically in Venezuela as an IT guy. Then here I started like looking up for work, but you know, I do a bunch of stuff, a bunch of things, and between those things, I practice a martial arts called kendo. It's like a Japanese fencing, and I meet Alejandro there. So basically, one of these days, I was looking for a job. He talked to me and said, hey, you know what, we're looking for people to work in this company. We're starting. That was like a heaven for me, because imagine I'm here and I'm always being like an IT guy. You know, I love technology since I was a kid, and then he came with this opportunity to me. That was amazing. Since ever, I'm in love with BuilderAll. Since that point.
For sure, man. We all love BuilderAll, man. Such an amazing marketing platform. Let me ask you this. What is the craziest thing that you ever heard on there, on one of the questions from a customer?
Yes. That's a quite hard question.
Like, did anybody ever, like, you know, like left a message there, like, call me immediately. It's 1 a.m. I need help immediately, please.
Well, I can tell you maybe the hardest question, the hardest time here in the company that I remember, because during the past launch on July last year, I think it was July, I can't remember very well, we launched a bunch of new tools. So everybody was like kind of excited, trying to play with the tool and everything. And during that time, I can't remember how many questions we received, but it was like 3 months in a row working like straight 9 up to, I don't know. I remember one of these days I worked like from 7 up to 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and 3 months in a row, like no weekends, no everything, just like try to solve everything because at that time we used to have like let's say 50 tickets more or less in the daily basis. And I remember we reached the 500 tickets at time. That was super crazy with new implementations, everybody confused, but um, I don't feel like maybe crazy questions like that. Yes, I can't remember so
Yeah,
many.
it's all right, man. It's all good. Moving on, because we got so many cool questions. Let me ask you this. So when there's a new tool that comes out to the platform, or it's a new rollout, like we're going on 4th of July now with BuilderAll 3.0, how long does it take your team to prepare prior to launch? Do you get involved in the beta? Because all the questions that support, it's usually like, we need help, right? So you guys got to have the answers for that. So what's the learning procedure to your team? If you
Yeah, it's a lot of like kind of protocols, since we keep growing, we need to keep improving our standards when we're going to launch a new tool, right? So first of all, they have like the idea, we have the project, we talk about the project with all the team leaders, so everybody is like in the same page. I forward information to my team so everyone knows, okay, this is what's going to be developed next. Then I start like doing the developers do they work, and well, one day, I keep in touch anyways, like, hey, this tool, we say the dates are up to are good, everything is going fine. Yeah, we're gonna launch it this day, for example, for the beta testers. So we have an account that we share here in support. It's only for beta, for new projects. It's a beta tester account, and everybody can go there, can test the tool when it's like ready, like, well, not ready, but in the beta phase. During that time, we also developed the tutorials. Now we're developing PDF guides as well. So we have both the videos and the and the guide. So yeah, we pass like through a long process every time that they develop a new tool in order to everybody be on the same page, everybody know what to answer, how the tool works, what is that for, like knowing basic examples of how to work with the tool, you know.
For sure, for sure. So when a question comes in on Facebook support, by the way, guys, if you make sure that you go and put your questions on Facebook support, that you can also create a ticket on builderall.com and a marketing platform there in your back office. You create a ticket for support as well. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Really, really fast service, and we love to take care of everyone. Alejandro, when the messages come in, does it usually go to you, or does it go to Gustavo? Does it go to the team? Do you guys pass it on? What's the procedure like?
Well, it depends. If it comes to Facebook, you say, normally we ask to create like a chat. Sorry, we have to go to the support section, because then we have like an entry in there, so we can track better what's happening. If it's like a regular question, like how I can connect my domain, it's something that it's standard, so we can answer that on the Facebook. But normally the process that they come there, they have like or external support, which is like the level 1 support. They're always there, like 24/7. It's really weird that we don't have an operator there. If they're unable to answer you, then they generate a ticket. If the ticket stays more than 2 days without being solved, then the clients can forward the ticket directly to me. So I know what's happening, and understand what's being delayed, or if it's a general problem, is this in a specific situation, so I can track basically what's happening in the platform at all, like through that system. But I mean, we are like a team. My idea always with the support team is being a team, because I alone can handle everything. The supervisors here can handle everything, and the external support can handle everything near. So we need to be in touch. We need to always like think as a team, not as an individual playing everybody like their own game. So We have several ways that we can communicate to each other. Like I'm always in touch with the supervisor, with external support, knowing what's happening currently on the platform. Keep an eye on everything, basically, as far as I
Yeah,
can.
for sure, man. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? So, how often, when a ticket comes in, what is the average turnaround time? Because we have customers all over the world, and they're all come in maybe at the same time. Sometimes, like it's a lot of emails that come in, a lot of tickets, and priorities, main problems, and I get it. How often is the average turnaround for a person who just got into BuilderAll and they have a question about support and they haven't gone to the Facebook, but they did create a ticket on the marketing platform in the back office? How often, what's the average turnaround for you to get back with them or your team?
Yeah, it's like that, probably less than 5 hours, more or less. The maximum is when we are off, and after 5, and some of the support guys, the external support guys, are not able to understand. Then they have like that small branch. But when as soon as we are here in the office, we take all the tickets like immediately. They are being answered like maybe 5 hours, as long as it's not something like it requires a developer. Maybe like some tool is not behaving as expected, so then it can take more time. So, because you need to touch the code and everything, and you don't want to break everybody's side, so it's pretty delicate. But besides that, it's like super super fast. And again, the chat is 24/7, so we have like levels to escalate the problems. You have like everything under control. But we always let the client know if we're having like some special situation that requires a deeper analysis in order to fix it. We let them know as soon as possible as well.
All right, so let's get into like some like tough questions from the customers. What happened? I'm sure that you probably got somebody who actually put a question out there, and doesn't matter how well we put that answer back, like this is how you do it, and this is exactly how you can actually fix your problem. If they are not computer savvy, is there a way for us to like, how do we fix that situation? Do we have an option where we actually help them in a video call maybe? Because I know we always try to go out of our way for our customers. How do we deal with customers that really can't fix their problems because of technology? They're not that technology savvy, but we want to get them on their way. How do we deal with those situations?
Well, I have like 3 levels in that case. One of my mottos, if you can say it in that way, is if you can explain how technology or something works to a kid, then you know what you're talking about. It's basically how Apple do the things. They have like this amazing technology, and even a kid can play with it and understand what's going on. So besides the written answers, I hardly encourage the team to create videos specialized for this guy. So it's not like a regular tutorial video that's like a general overview. It's like something that you don't know what's that. It's something I tell them, go inside the client's account, go to the site with a problem or to their mailing box or wherever it is, and record a video inside of it. So they know, okay, yeah, I made that. Okay, this is how you configure it. You show it with their own stuff. And if even after that, it's like we are not like reaching that point. Sometimes in a very few occasions, I contact them as well, like personally, and I do the calls straight to them, like, I understand what's happening. You can do this, you can do that, and yeah. The problem with that is most of the time spend like weeks sometimes with a customer, because like I try to teach as better as possible and to make them happy, because at the end of the day, that's the idea, that everybody's happy with BuilderAll, that they understand how the process works. I know sometimes for people it's not like along with technology, it can be like tough because it's a bunch of information, but we're always more than glad to help everybody. And we reached, till that point I stay sometimes weeks with the customer helping them. I don't mind as long as they're happy.
No, it's awesome, man. Great insight from you, and thank you for answering all these great questions that I'm going to assume like somebody might want to ask you. And we definitely put a face to a name today. That's Alejandro. He is the head of customer support at BuilderAll. With that said, guys, let's go to the chat and see what everyone's putting there on the board. We want to say hello to everyone out there. If you're watching this live, put on your questions right now. We're about to get onto the chat and we're going to answer some questions for you guys. Say hello to everyone. That's what it's all about. So let's go there. Let's look at these things. So Kelly Castro. Hey, Brad, I will pass the feedback to Johnny. Cool. Also, a few from Amanda. She's super helpful too. A whole support team has been great. Guy, Bryce Walker. Also, a few from Amanda. She is super helpful. All right, we'll let Amanda know. The whole support team has been great. Michael Calisperas at Mark Demers. Awesome, cool. Just a few more questions. Yes. Cool stuff, guys. And thank you so much for all your questions. And yes, we're going to continue to do this every single day at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Big shout out to Mark M. Demers. Mark M. Demers, thank you so much for leaving your comment there and watching the show. So let me go back here to this. All right, cool. So guys, listen, if you're watching this, I want to say thank you so much. We're about to actually run out of here because we're actually passing almost 4:30 now. But we do this every single day at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget, BuilderAll Live. It's every single weekday. So tune in, press the subscribe button, hit the bell, the icon bell, so you get that notification to your phone. Don't forget, 4th of July weekend, BuilderAll 3.0, the launch of BuilderAll 3.0 into the market space. It's going to be super amazing. Alvaro explains it all. The new original series on BuilderAll. Did you guys watch the promo yet? If you guys haven't watched the promo, go to YouTube right now after the program. Click or search or go to the playlist. Alvaro explains it all. Watch the show, the promo, and see what's coming up for his program. There's a lot of people already creating a buzz around it, a lot of views, and we just put this video out, less than like almost 24 hours ago, and it's generating a lot of buzz on YouTube. That's going to be a great series for you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe. What else? We got the BuilderAll Virtual Diva, right, with Shelly and her animational series with BuilderAll. That's also on the playlist. Make sure you guys can check that out. And if you haven't seen all of the other BuilderAll Lives before, go to the BuilderAll Live playlist right now and watch show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're actually on show number 18. Right? We do this every single weekday, guys. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I want to get to our guest right now and give him his last words that you want to put out there to the world. Whatever you want to say, Alejandro, go ahead, man. The floor is yours, man. And where can people get a hold of you? What's going on?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. I really enjoyed the talk. I don't often show my face too much, maybe on Facebook, but I'm always up for it. I'm always down for it. And again, thank you to everybody to stay tuned to this live. And let's keep rolling, man.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for, I know you're tremendously busy. I'll let you get back out there to your team and answering the questions on the support group and on the tickets. But thank you so much, guys. So listen, we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, right here on this channel. Take care.